Hey guys, it's Michelle, and I'm the founder of Women Who Wow, the premier coaching and mentoring platform for the seriously driven woman entrepreneur. And I am excited to come and talk with you about something I'm doing sort of outside of the umbrella of the Women Who Wow membership. And this is all about biblical truths for modern day business success. And I wanted to kind of answer a question about why I'm doing what amounts to be like a Bible study for business success. And I just wanted to share with you a few things, especially if you are not, if you don't read the Bible. I have a lot of people who don't even own a Bible, and they've asked me now, like, what kind of Bible to get for the Bible study. So I absolutely love that. But I wanted to share the practical reasons why I'm doing what amounts to be a Bible study as a business development course. And I'm going to get into that. I'm going to share some, Bible verses that are just, I think they're going to knock you over with their practical application to business. I honestly believe that. And if they do, I really want you to comment on this video because I sometimes wonder if it's just me, right? I sometimes wonder if it's just me that reads the Bible and is like, oh my gosh, did it just say what I think it just said, right? So I really am looking forward to hearing your feedback on this video, regardless of whether you plan on joining the 21-day program I'm hosting or not. So I'm very, very excited to go over this with you guys. And if you know of business owners who could use some really simple and certainly time-tested advice for their business, please share this with them, because I would love to have a lot of women impacted by this this course. And so we're going to kick off August 26th. I'm super excited about it. So why am I doing a business course based on a Bible study about business, right? And so the truth is, there have been a few people who have done this a little bit. Frankly, I'm one of them. Sometimes I just can't not share a Bible verse that is so incredibly applicable, right? But we've seen a lot of people who have done like maybe a book on like maybe career success or financial success or whatever. We've seen some of that, but what we've never seen is a course. What I haven't seen is a course that is based on all biblical truths that are specifically geared towards the woman entrepreneur. And so I'm really, really excited about this. I'm also super vulnerable about this because I know and I believe that the teacher is judged to a different degree. And so I don't ever want to mislead anyone. So I just put that out there. We have a few bonuses coming for the 21-day program. And those are going to be amazing in and of themselves. So let me just get right into it. So why am I doing this study? The first thing is I know it's going to lead to a revival of business success for women entrepreneurs who are curious and or they're believers in the Lord, but they are operating their business outside of the truths that are just like so simple and practical that once they see them, they're like, oh my gosh, I see why I haven't been making any money. I also think it's going to create some conviction in women entrepreneurs to make their business a success. I don't see that a lot. Now, I'll be very honest with you. My conviction to make my business a success was not biblical. It was flat out, purely practical and financial, right? When I started out, I just needed money to pay the bills and to keep groceries coming in, right? I was pretty convicted. But I see a lot of business women who are treating their business like a hobby, right? And a lot of them, I honestly believe, think that it would be somehow against their religion or against their beliefs to go headlong into their business and see that it is a financial success. So we're actually gonna deal with that today on this video, right? And I apologize for coming to you guys barefaced, and I have a beach day today, so that's why I look the way I do, and that's why we're doing this live stream early. My husband and I are going to the beach, and hopefully I'm not going to get too burnt, but I'm really excited. All right. So the main reason I'm doing this is because I do want a revival of business success for women entrepreneurs, but mainly I just want to shift their perspective. And I also want to arm and equip women entrepreneurs with timeless truths that they can cling to, even if they're not clinging to anything else in business, right? And I've always said that literally throughout the history of the world, right? Until the Industrial Revolution, most of us were self-employed and most of us supported our families that way. And so it's only with the Industrial Revolution that all of a sudden everybody had jobs and like business became so hard and difficult and had an 80% failure rate. Like none of that was the case prior to that, right? So there are some timeless truths that we used to cling on to that now we're not. So let me just go into this. Here's what I want to do. I want to show you a few like practical Bible verses that are like a teeny tiny piece of the 21-day study that we're going to be doing. So I want to share with you that. I also want to share with you how to join the 21-day study. I'll tell you the response to this has been overwhelming. I don't even have a sales page up yet. So if you want in on the 21 days of biblical truths to create modern day business success, then you just send me $77 to paypal.me/womenwhowow. Women Who Wow. I'll put the link in the comments below, but that's how you join. Now, let's get to a few Bible verses, and then I want to tell you the primary reason, the most exciting reason that I'm doing this Bible study. So, all right, let me pull up my notes. All right, so I just want to share with you like some practical Bible verses that are applicable to your business, right? And I feel like these things are always like glossed over. And oftentimes I know that people will say, well, the Bible was talking about X, the Bible was talking to Lemuel back in the day, and so it doesn't apply. No. All of the Bible applies. All of the Bible applies. And so I don't want us to lose faith in the fact that we can count on what this Bible says. So Proverbs 27:2, I love the book of Proverbs. It's an easier one to dive into, but it says, let somebody else praise you and not your own mouth, an outsider and not your own lips, right? And one of the top things that can increase sales, and one of the top things we stop doing or ignore doing, is putting testimonials into our sales pages and putting testimonials into our sales process, right? Allowing other people to praise the work that we've done in their life. And I understand how difficult it is to get testimonials. Like people will say what a major difference you've made in their life. And you're like, awesome, can I have a testimonial? And all of a sudden they go blank, they go silent. They're not sure what to say, blah, 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 right? And so the key to getting testimonials oftentimes is capturing them in the moment, capturing them on social media, or saying, hey, I love the way you say that. Can I type up what I think you said and then push it to you, right? So that you can let me know, right? If I don't want to put words in your mouth. So testimonials, like who knew the Bible talks about testimonials, right? And yet a lot of the people in the Bible were absolutely self-employed, right? Because there wasn't another option. All right, so I want to move on to the issue of timing. Timing is one of my, I don't know what to call it. It's like a boogaboo for me. I don't know. Like I can't stand when people are like, oh, I would be there, but the timing is bad, right? Or people would say, well, I want to have a kid, but like I'm going to wait for the right timing. Like there's no right timing to have a kid. I guess there could be wrong timing, but there's no right timing to have a kid or to like cut your income in half by quitting your job. Like, there's no right timing. The only timing any of us have is now, right? That's period. So what does the Bible say about timing? Actually, quite a freaking lot. The Bible has a lot to say about timing, but just one thing is Ecclesiastes 11:4. Whoever watches the wind won't plant. Whoever looks at the clouds will not reap. In other words, people who wait for perfect timing to do something in their vocation, which, this is talking to farmers, right? People who wait for perfect timing are not going to reap a harvest. So in your business, if you are what I call a professional waiter, right? Like I'm waiting on this, I'm waiting on that, I'm watching the wind, I'm watching the clouds. It's not the right time yet, right? It's just not a bit, let me just put it out there. And this is biblical. There's no perfect time. If you keep waiting and watching for the perfect conditions and the perfect circumstances and the perfect timing, you're not going to reap a harvest. If anything, if we could identify one thing that holds women entrepreneurs back, probably more than anything else, it's that we have this crazy, ridiculous issue or expectation of perfect timing. There is no perfect timing. I can assure you that nothing is going to happen that's going to stop the world from turning, stop your kids from needing you, stop your husband from needing you. That's not going to happen to give you the time and space to grow your business. Timing is total BS. I'm sorry, it's total crap, right? So you just want to get that out of your head. And again, that's biblical. The Bible says if you're talking to farmers, their vocation, their business is farming. If you're watching the wind and you're not planning, if you're watching the clouds, you will never reap. If you are waiting on perfect timing, waiting for this to clear or that to clear or the world to stop in some way, forget it. You're just not going to make the money you could make in your business. So I want to move on to one more Bible verse, and then I want to share something that I'm hoping will really empower you guys to make a real go of your business. And I'm not saying maybe I'll make $30,000 this year. Maybe I'll make a part-time income. Maybe I'll pay for ballet lessons. Maybe I'll pay for a vacation. I'm talking about making sure your business is a wild success, right? I'm hoping that it inspires you, because when we set small goals, I just want to break even, or I just want to recoup the money I've spent on my business. It derails us, right? We were not created to think small. None of us were. So we need to let that go, okay? So I'm going to get one more Bible verse, and I'm going to get into what I am most excited about. And if you want to join the 21-day business by biblical truths for modern day business success, it's paypal.me/women, plural, women who wow, WHOWOW. So send me $77 and you're in. You'll get all the pre-work when it drops, and we're going to kick off officially August 26th. All right, so another Bible verse. This is about multiple income streams. Who knew that the Bible has anything to say about multiple income streams? Well, anybody who reads the Bible knows that, right? But the Ecclesiastes 11:6 literally says, and this is just one mention of multiple income streams, literally. Ecclesiastes 11:6 says, sow your seed in the morning, and at the evening, don't let your hands be idle, because you don't know which one will succeed, whether it's this or that, or whether both will do equally well, right? This is such a fun thing for me to find. It's this is the Bible saying, listen, do this in the morning, do that in the evening, because you don't know which one's going to succeed or if they're both going to succeed. So basically, have multiple lines in the water, right? Have multiple income streams going. And if you're watching this live, I would love to see some love heart showers or a comment that says, hey, this is pretty cool that the Bible's so practical about business success, right? Because sometimes I think it's just me. Sometimes I'm reading my Bible and I am I'll giggle over how practical it is. So anyway, so if you are watching live, or even if you're watching the replay, comment and let me know I'm not the only one. All right. So the last thing I want to share, and it's really kind of harping on the multiple income streams part, and I just wanted to show you a taste of what is literally in the Bible waiting for us to uncover, to simplify our business, to amplify our efforts, to streamline everything that we're doing, but also to light a fire under our butts, right? To light a fire under our butts. So we've all heard, a lot of us have heard about the Proverbs 31 woman. There's a lot of stuff about the Proverbs 31 woman, but do you know she had at least 4 income streams, right? The Proverbs 31 is the ideal wife, the ideal woman in the Bible, right? Some people think it's kind of a compilation of multiple women. Other people think it's not. Doesn't matter. The Proverbs 31 woman has 4 income streams, right? So she's in real estate. It says she considers a field and buys it. right? And then out of the money she earns, she plants a vineyard. So she's like a real estate person, and she, is somehow into the agriculture, right? So she considers a field and buys it. Out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard, right? What does she also do? Okay, let's see. She makes linen garments and sells them. Doesn't give them away. Doesn't hope somebody offers her money. She actively sells them. And she supplies the merchants with sashes. So we're going to get a little bit more into that, obviously, during the 21 days. But 4 different income streams just in those couple of verses that I read, right? And she's considered like the ideal woman. But that is not what I am most excited to talk with you about today. What I'm most excited to talk to you about is this little verse in here. It's Proverbs 31:18, and it says, she sees, right? She ensures, she guarantees, she sees that her trading is profitable, right? She sees to it. It's a mission of hers. Why? Because we are not created to waste a bunch of time. We're actually created to have a finite amount of time on the earth, and we are not expected to waste it dabbling and dibbling and waffling and planning and all of this. You know what? I'm pretty positive the Proverbs 31 woman had no business coach, had no business plan, but you know what? She had a mission. She was not going to dishonor her purpose, her family, and her time by doing a bunch of crap that wasn't profitable. Right? It says here, she sees that her trading is profitable. And I love that, right? Because if we're not profitable, what are we doing? Right? We're kind of pretending to have a business. We're allowing a hobby to masquerade as a business, perhaps to have somebody fund it for us. But when that happens, when you are saying that you're in business and you are not seeing that you're trading, that your work is profitable, what happens is women start to feel disempowered, dependent, discouraged, and we can get disheartened and bitter, right? Not just towards business, but towards people who aren't buying from us, towards people who, maybe stop believing in our business. And so, so this study, 21 days, biblical truths for modern day business success, I am super pumped about it. I cannot wait to get started on August 26th. I'm preparing the pre-work now, and it's going to be, I think it's going to be life-changing. And so people are asking like, well, how's it going to work? And what if I don't identify as a Christian? Totally fine, right? I don't have to, it used to be, and it still is in colleges, etc. But, the Bible is used as an ancient text. And so if that's the way you choose to look at it, there's still gold in here for you, right? There's still gold in there for you. And how is it going to work? So you don't have to be a Christ follower or identify as a Christ follower to join. Certainly, you can join and just see like what this ancient book has in store for you. We are not going to be in there debating doctrine. I never do that. Jesus didn't do that. We're not beating people over the heads. We're just seeing like what timeless truths there are for you and me to guide how we do business and make it more successful, more profitable, more peaceful, and really to fulfill the purpose that we have in life. And so how is it going to go? And if you've ever been in like a Beth Moore Bible study, those are my favorite Bible studies. Beth Moore and Priscilla Shira are my favorites, but like this here is one on Esther, which is an old one for me. But essentially, Beth Moore does like a video once a week, and then there's daily work. So we're going to have at least 3 videos and at least 21 days of daily work. And probably we'll go for a little bit more because I don't want to just stop if it's still good, if there's still juice in there for us. So we're going to have this. It's all going to be delivered in a private Facebook group for people who are joining. My hope is that a lot of people join, especially at this price. But we're going to dive in and dive deep regardless of how many people are in the group. I'm very, very excited to do this. And if you have any questions for me at all, I am nearly impossible to offend. I really welcome your questions. So you can just message me at m.me/women who wow. If If you want to join, it's $77 to paypal.me/womenwhowwow. And I just appreciate you guys being here. Again, if you know people who should be in this program, or maybe, there are people who have been wanting to join Women Who Wow but couldn't afford to, or what have you, invite them into this program. It's going to totally create some very, very simple changes they can make to see big increase in their business. Very, very excited. Hope to see you guys on the other side. And again, if you have any questions, message me. I'll talk with you soon. Bye, guys.